So, today I attempt my first intervention on Papa Bongo. I've managed to lift up the seats to get to the engine compartment. Last night I took out the 2 batteries because I've got the winter pack and charged them up, and so today's job is to fit a new alternator. Now I've discovered where the alternator is. I think it's this thing, and this here. There we go. That's the new one that I'm going to fit. I've chosen a day, of course, where it's 3 degrees with a 60 km/h northeast wind, which is why I'm obviously dressed for mechanical work. And over here I've got all the equipment necessary. I've got my service manual, obviously the owner's handbook, my little toolbox there, all sorts of ratchets, and I'm just going to show you. Nice little 3/8 of an inch torque ratchet, a huge 1/2 inch torque ratchet here, a couple of sockets with some ordinary ratchets, and my little mini handy little socket set, and screwdriver and Allen key and everything else. So hopefully I've got all the tools necessary, gloves, the handbook, so I'm going to give it a go, and we'll have a look in a little while. I'll show you how I'm getting on. Bye. So that's the old alternator, and I've unscrewed and unbolted everything that the handbook said. That's the new one ready to go in. Now then, how am I going to be able to get this out? I think I might need 2 hands to do it. So, so there we go. Out with the old, and now we've just got to get the new one in, which I hope is going to be the easy part. Well, here goes. So the manual says, when installing, reverse the removal procedure. Okay, I've just got to remember. I've just got to remember the removal procedure. Okay, so there's the new one. Just put that, and that's where it's got to go. I've just got to make sure when I put those belts back on that they're properly in the other side. Right. Once more unto the breach, dear friends. So of course what's happened is what was obviously going to happen. I managed to get the alternator back in and the long bolt through the holes, and as I was getting the nut into place, it slipped out of my fingers and dropped into the bottom of the engine somewhere. it's the bolt that goes on the end of that thing there, and it's dropped down somewhere in here. So I shall go on a little hunting expedition and hopefully find it before it gets dark. Ta-da! So, first discovery is that good thing about a bongo is that anything that drops down into the bottom by crawling underneath there, everything seems to drop into that sort of black thing. I can't think what you call it in English, carter, but what protects the bottom of the engine. And so if you lie on your back with a torch, you've got a good chance of finding it. So here's my bolt, and I'm going to try and get it on without dropping it this time. So there she is, the new alternator in place, belts in, connectors, all the bolts done up. There we go. Just got to pop the battery back in and see if she wants to start up. Watch for the next instalment. So, I didn't quite finish before dark, but the batteries are in. Don't know if you can see them. I'll have to put the flash on. There we go. Main battery in, all the little bits and pieces connected up. Backup battery winter pack in, and a new alternator. So let's give her a try. Well, that's a bit disappointing. But anyway, obviously need to change the main battery. Well, never mind. It's a first try, and once we've got her started, maybe if I can run around a bit with the alternator and see if she'll get going. Okay.